looking at me.
Glen Campbell. Wow, we just love him. Everybody's talking. Good morning. It's 8:38. We have been chatting about Glen Campbell. The salutes are pouring in for him. He died yesterday in Nashville at the age of 81.
Joining us this morning, it's always interesting when somebody from our own hallways comes in for something like this with their own remembrances. He is, among other things, the host of Bill's Classical Jukebox on our sister station, New Classical FM. Good morning to you, Bill Anderson.
Good morning, Happy Gang.
So talk to me about, because you have your very own Glen Campbell story.
I do. It goes back to 1972. I was working for a country music station here in Toronto. It was actually out of Richmond Hill, CFGM.
Sure.
Those days with 1310.
I remember that.
And I was up there, and we had arranged an interview with Glen Campbell. He was in town to do a television special with Anne Murray. So 1972, Anne, biggest thing in Canada, doing regular TV specials. Glenn, the hottest thing in showbiz.
Sure.
He had been doing his TV show to 50 million people for about 3 years at that point. So he was the special guest. He did a news conference for the mass media, but we had been able to arrange a private interview after the news conference. This was down in a restaurant just across from Maple Leaf Gardens. Mm-hmm. Well, the news conference naturally went too long. And just at the end of it, or towards the end of it, Glenn's road manager came over to me and said, Bill, I'm sorry, we're just out of time. We got to be in the TV studio in Etobicoke in half an hour.
Sure. And
Glenn was there, and he says, no, wait a minute. This guy's been waiting. Is your recording thing portable? I said, yeah. He says, well, then jump in the back of the limo with me. So I did.
Wow, look at that.
I wanted the interview. Yeah. So I jumped in the back with my little portable tape recorder. We used tape recorders in
Back
1970.
then, I remember.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we did the interview riding along the Gardiner Expressway. And the thing I remember most about it, there's a billboard on the Gardiner just around the exhibition grounds on the north side. And so you see it going west. Yeah. And it was advertising CHCH television. And the movie they were running that night was True Grit.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Glenn noticed it.
Did
and
he
in
see
the
it? Yeah.
interview on mic, he said, oh, they're doing my movie on TV tonight. And he says, I was really bad at that. And he later admitted it to many other people as well. But he was so great in the interview. And then we got to the studio, which was out in Mimico. Yep. And I figured, okay, I've got my interview. Great, I'm going to call a cab and the station will pay for it. No, Glenn said to the limo driver, take this guy back to his car. This was a touch of class that I didn't expect and have always remembered.
There are so many artists out there, and the three of us could sit here and name names, but we shan't, who do the minimum.
Yeah.
And he was never that guy.
No. It was just a thoughtful, kind, generous thing to do, and I think that's the true Glen Campbell.
Yeah. Thanks, Bill. That's nice. That's a great
Nice
story.
work, Bill.
It's 8:41. Happy Gang's here. More remembrances of Glen Campbell and more talk about the impact as well that his career had on music and why he gets mentioned in the same breath with Elvis when we talk to our friend Eric Alper coming up before 9 o'clock this morning. But the Beatles right now and P.S. I Love You from Zoomer Radio.